So today we are updating my free-to-play card tier list for Dokkan Battle here. I tried to make this video at the end of the 7th-year anniversary, but then we got the news for Saiyan Day stuff, and then they added so many more free-to-play cards, or just updated a lot of free-to-play cards with EZAs and stuff. So I did delay this video just a little bit longer so that we can get all of the free-to-play cards out of the way, test them, and then, you know, obviously rank them, so that's a bigger video as well. I do these probably every end of big celebration, so we got a few cards to look at. First off, I've updated the tier list in terms of rankings. So a big noticeable one is Frieza in S tier. He was in Z tier, but I think the version Z Goku, Roshi, and androids are just on a different tier compared to Frieza. If you line them all up, like Frieza's the worst. The first spot only unit, if you really want his defense max, he's just not that defensively good anymore. And then I think the whole villain scene has pretty much updated to the point where I don't run it too much for free-to-play, and so the links, that was the biggest thing for Frieza. And then now, spoiler alert, Ginyu Force has just taken over the extreme side for free-to-play. Okay, some other things that I've updated, we had the EZA for Great Saiyaman 2/1, they are S tier. These are not entirely ordered, so don't worry about that. If I was going to order anything, it'd be the Z tier. But Great Saiyaman 2 and 1 is probably in the middle batch here. Good support, dodging, good damage output. The exchange is still very good. The LR Prime Battle Gohan, I moved from A to S. I think he's actually a super valuable card. He's got good stats. I think the Ultimate Red Zone really showed me how good he really was. And then we also have the EZA for Videl and Gohan, which is also another S tier unit. Good damage output, great links on the Defenders of Justice, works well with the Great Saiyaman LR. Okay, and then for the A tier, we have Supreme Kai. I think he could have been S tier. I think Realm of Gods just needs more, honestly, in order for him to be an S tier. Realm of Gods right now, because in order to get his max stats, you need him to be in Realm of Gods. And in Realm of Gods, there's just not really that well linking characters for him. And then also... But other than that, he's like really good. Like the defense, the guaranteed guard, phenomenal. Okay, and then we also have the Tech Mighty Mask here. Another A tier unit, I believe. Bad things are categories, links, and but stat-wise, super good. On par with the Physical Mighty Mask. I feel like Physical Mighty Mask is a little bit better. Maybe not in damage or anything like that, but I think the utility from Physical Mighty Mask is so much more valuable right now. And then I don't think I had any changes on the A tier. I hope so, because I recorded this on the 7th-year anniversary, so I don't remember fully everything that I changed. I'm going to actually move Kaba up S tier as well, now that I think about it. I've used them now without the majority of Universe Survival Saga, and he's still really good. So I think he deserves S tier. Definitely better than Caulifla, so I definitely want to put him in S tier there. And moving on to B tier. I don't think I moved anything here, but I'm pretty sure I did move down this Goku. I think, well, I at least moved down this Vegeta. Vegeta is on a whole different lower tier than the Goku and these other cards. I feel like he's just defensively not that good, and he's pretty outdated. His leader skill is pretty outdated as well. Not really much use for him. And in the Extreme team, especially for free-to-play, there's not much you can link up with him. Okay, and then... I think I didn't touch anything else on the lower tiers. I don't think the lower tiers will change much anyway. So, before we get into the new cards that have been added here, I want to update the current listing. I think the only thing I have to update is the physical Ginyu, as well as the Bardock squad. Those EZA'd during Saiyan Day or just before Saiyan Day. So, let's do Ginyu. He's the easiest one to rank. He is just a Z tier unit. Probably better than the androids. You know what? I would honestly think he's better than Roshi. Just because he's under a 200% leader. The Roshi is not at the moment. Ginyu also has the support. He raises allies' attack and defense. Very good. He's in the top tier team, while Roshi is more on like a mid-tier team. Like Kamehameha is not the best. And then Universe Survival Saga Representative Universe 7 is not the best category for free-to-play. I know he's really good for, like, Super Battle Road, but, you know, Ginyu is actually really good for Super Battle Road as well, just for tanking and everything like that. So I'm going to give the Ginyu on the Z. He's either second or first best. I feel like Goku's just first best because Ultimate Red Zone's a thing. So having that extreme buff just makes him a little bit more better than the Ginyu. Unless there's an Ultimate Red Zone in the future where it's like super units, I feel like Ginyu can definitely take the spot. But for now, second place is fairly good. And Roshi's defense is not that great, so you sometimes have to rely on dodges quite a lot. Okay, so now onto the Bardock squad members. Shugesh is an A tier unit. I don't think he's an S tier unit. He's just a long event unit, and I feel like free-to-play has already solved that problem. So it's not like I need to have him on a long event. So I'm gonna just put him in the A tier. He stacks defense really fast, so that's very good. Who else do I have? I guess we can move Bardock to A tier now. I feel like he just gets that rank higher because he's with the EZAs. At the very least, that's, I feel like, is deserved. The LR, Bardock, and then he also got his third dupe. So just because he's a 50% support on like a really busted free-to-play team now, I feel like he deserves to be on, at the very least, high. You know, I'll put him high B. Just because, like, stat-wise, he hasn't changed too much. Now we have Borgos. So Borgos is an A tier unit as well. He works better in Super Battle and shorter term events, which I feel like is a bigger issue than long-term events. And I feel like in long-term events, anyway, Borgos has enough defense to tank normal attacks. So I feel like he's just going to be an A tier unit. I really think those two are pretty even. One's good for short, one's good for long, okay? Fasha is an S tier unit, a low S, okay? Just because the utility for her in even pay-to-play teams just allow her to be used more often. The support after the calculations, or like after like the start of turn thing, is actually massive. And the dodging and the raised defense and the orb changing really helps like physical Bardock, you know, excel. Now we have the where is he? I don't even remember where I put them. All right, Tora from D, it's just crazy to S. Better than the Fasha, more usable. I'd say he's still low S, but it's like higher than Fasha. Tora, all ally support, you can run him on any team essentially, like theoretically, like the version Z Goku, theoretically, like you wouldn't really run him on every team, but theoretically you can. Pay to play will take advantage of him way more. He stacks attack and defense with a nice percentage boost. He should be able to somewhat survive. You just need to risk it a little bit. The heal back is nice. The critical rate increase is nice as well. So I think he deserves that. Where's Bardock? I lost them already. Was he in B? Okay, there he is. Okay, so Bardock here is another S tier unit. Damage reduction on the spot, 50%. Overall, I think the Tor is going to be a little bit better than the Bardock. Only if like an EZA comes about where you need the Bardock squad, then Tor will be used more often than the Bardock because of the same name kind of deal. But usually you'd run every single Bardock in the game anyway in one team. 50% damage reduction, amazing attack and defense bonus per orb. Raise attack and defense, sealing capabilities, I think a very useful card. Very strong, very defensively good. Tank double-digit damage on type disadvantage. Makes him really good. Now, do I want to update the Ginyu? I feel like Jace deserves his spot even more now because of the Ginyu Dokkan Fest exclusive. Berta is in, I mean, he's good anywhere as well because he has the dodge chances. And then Ginyu is just amazing everywhere as well. I feel like I'm happy with where the Ginyu Force stands. I still don't think Raccoon's S tier. I know a lot of people commented on that, but I feel like his RNG is too heavy with no way to counteract it. He builds up a certain amount of defense, and then, unlike the Berta, he can build up enough defense and have the capable of dodging for type disadvantage moments. While when Raccoon has doesn't activate his passive, he becomes a super liable character. and it's a 50% chance, while Bardock can tank pretty much anything with enough turns at the very least. So in long-term events, Bardock will take the cake. Maybe like turn 1 and 2, Raccoon is better, but Bardock, like turn 3 onwards will probably be better than the Raccoon. So I'm going to keep it like that. And so that kind of concludes like, you know what? I feel like Ginyu Force is still probably better anyway. Alright, so now onto the new cards. We have the Ella, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. We got the TUR of Goku and Chi-Chi, TUR EZA of Vegeta and Bulma, Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr., and the Android 16. Alright. We have the Ella will be going into the AS tier. High damage. The only thing is you only last 7 turns. But for Super Battle Road, God event even, or just like pretty much anything other than like OG and stuff like that, these work wonders. I think the stats are good enough. Even though you have the restriction, probably the reason why they're not Z tier, and their links. It's not the greatest because of the restriction that they do have. So I feel like just around here is fine. And then, of course, the leader skill is great. Goku and Chi-Chi, people underestimate this card. I even watched the showcase on The Truth. Even he underestimated. And then he's like, at the end of the video, he was like, yeah, these guys are good. They definitely deserve high A. High A. You know what? Better than Goku. I honestly think I will value them better than the LR Prime Battle Goku. The active skill is just too good. They build up a decent amount of defense to, like, tank normal attacks and type advantage super attacks, so it's completely fine. The support is good because it's Goku's family, which is a very busted category. I feel like they are good enough. The only problems are, of course, the links. If they had better links, it would have been better, but as a card, I think they are just fine. A tier, definitely deserved. And also one thing, if the enemy can dodge, then they get a little bit worse, because if they dodge, then they don't count to the active skill, but that's a very minor problem. Vegeta and Bulma is probably a tier lower, a more worse team. You know, I'll probably put them low A. I think they can deserve low A. I feel like they are still decent. Like, as long as you get the 40% damage reduction, they tank pretty much most things anyway. As long as your as long as they're slot 2 or 3. And I can see them being like around here anyway. So I think if Vegeta family got a little bit more buffs or something like that, they could be higher or up to the rate at where Goku and Chi-Chi are. But for now, they are definitely the weaker of the two. And they don't have like a cool mechanic like the Goku and Chi-Chi. Like an active skill that can bypass like the stun restriction is so good. Now, Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. post-buff, so good. Actually, so decent. Good damage output. They have a decent defense. Definitely an S-tier unit. I would probably put them around here. Like, the only thing I don't like about them is the... really, the World Tournament sucks. GT Heroes is not that great yet. The restriction versus Goku and Vegeta. And pretty much not like a perfect linking partner. Does hurt it a lot. But the stat boost that they got from the update as well as the EZA makes them very strong. So I'd put them above Deborah and Barbity. Better leader skill and everything like that. But they definitely could be a lot better. And then finally, we have Android 16, the newest Super Strike EZA. The only thing I don't like about it is the restriction on Android Cell Saga. I'm going to put him as an A tier unit. Just because, like, how limited he can be ran in. And even the link set that he has. Like, there's not many free-to-play options to link with him other than Android 8. But then you lose the passive skill from Super Strike 16. So... again, it's kind of iffy. It's limited to one category, which makes it just a little bit more annoying. But he's really defensively good. Very helpful in, I guess, the Android Cell Saga Super Battle Road. I feel like I would put him probably around the same tier as Mighty Mars. I feel like they both almost have the same problems. But other than that, I mean, still a very good card regardless. So yeah, that is my tier list of the free-to-play TURs and above. I feel like most of it is accurate. I feel like I should re-look at this more often, but I can't be bothered. This can stay as it is until like all of them EZA, and then slowly it will become more and more accurate. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe not the ordering, but for the most part, the specific tier that the character is in, I feel like is well deserved. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content. Check out my social medias linked in the description. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.